Hello? Lieutenant Dan, is that you? Hello? Oh, who's there? Who's coming out from the shadows? Don't worry, it's just me, Gibbledang, with my hosts.
Hockey mask on. It's me, Dala. Take it off. It's me.
Still Dala.
Yeah.
Who's that behind you? I don't know if that's that Forrest Gump.
That's pretty Forrest Gump, I'd say.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Dude, wait.
Who's that?
Oh, God. It's Chet Hanks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's me, Chet Hanks, international famous white boy. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say famous black guy.
It's a white boy summer in Camp Crystal Lake this Friday the 13th. Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's just me, Lag.
So welcome back. Appreciate you coming back. And special, holiday, too. It's Friday the 13th in an actual Friday the 13th. Or October.
Yeah, it's a very spooky Friday the 13th.
And welcome back to No Dumb Idea Podcast. You know, a podcast full of super smart, epic,
handsome
poggers, handsome ideas.
Nice.
Yeah. It's Friday the 13th episode. It's gonna be a spooky one. Very unlucky. Everyone's gonna be unlucky after hearing this. So
don't say that because the audio's gonna crash or some bullshit.
I'd love. Well, it's not actually. Well, a peek behind the curtain. It's not actually Friday the 13th. So I think we're good.
No, it is. Yeah, we record this and immediately upload it.
Everything is done in real time here.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
Professional.
Every time you play an episode, it's just us reiterating the same conversation, live.
We always do it live. Yeah. We're talented. But yeah, we're joined with our. It's the month of Halloween. It's gonna be a spooky month, full of spooky guest appearances and spooky premises. And yeah, it's Friday the 13th, and I figured what better time to have a guest than now, So we have Lagg9000 here, and if you're familiar, he was with us, or if you managed to listen to the last episode, he was the co-host. He joined us on our last episode. Super fun. We talked about what movie monsters would have. What their playlists would be, what it would look like.
If you've not listened, go back and listen to it. And if you have, go back and listen to it after this. Add to queue.
Pause this, go back and listen to that complete episode, and then come back and finish this one.
Yeah, download both.
Yeah, and for the record, there are moments where my voice gets really scary. That was on purpose. That was all on purpose. I didn't do that by mistake. That wasn't an audio recording issue. I promise. That was intentional to be spooky.
And you know what? Speaking of last episode, give us another introduction. Give us a slam dunk introduction, Lagg9000.
Yeah, who are you again? Who are you?
I'm Lagg9000. I do a lot of music stuff. I'm into spooky horror movies. I like my anime. I'm just a general all around nerd, but been doing music. That's probably one of my bigger things that I do in my life and with my spare time. So yeah, I made the theme and always happy to be
Great
here.
Theme.
Oh yeah.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have you.
Glad to clap you.
But yeah. How's your week going, Lag? What you been up to?
It was good. It was a good week. Just this past weekend, me and one of my bandmates, actually, we were hosting a show out in Oakland, and it was pretty good. We got a good turnout. We got, for our first time doing this, I'd like to say it was a pretty good success. We've been doing this for a little while, and to take it to that next step to actually book a show and be in charge and work things out with the venue owners, it was kind of interesting, and it was fun.
A good experience. Oh, I'm sure.
moves.
I will say I I joined that show, and that shit was pretty sick. I would buy that for $1 for sure, and more.
That is true. It was nice to see you there, Dala. It was great.
I was at work, wishing I was. Well, first and foremost, wishing I was dead. But after that, I wish I was at the show.
Priorities.
Well, that's the best way to be. It's a metal show. You know, you got to be dead to be there.
Gotta be dead
Oh,
inside.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great show. Also, the band name, The Tower of the Fool. Follow them on IG or was it Spotify? You guys have with a Bandcamps or anything?
Yeah, we got
any other.
Honestly,
Everything, right?
I'm pretty sure we're on everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, go follow them.
It
I
took,
like Lord Oko. Huh?
I was just about to say. I mean, it took like almost 3 months for it to get uploaded onto like iTunes because they do so much extensive checking for I don't know what, but
Interesting.
I will say I'm still, yeah. I could cut this, but I was gonna say like I'm still working on trying to get Apple fucking podcasts for this show. So it's fucking
That's so funny.
But once it's on, I'm sure it's easy to get like upload for you guys as well.
That's when we'll be popular.
Yeah,
that's where
that's what it's all
is.
about. Being popular.
We gotta get the Apple bucks, the iBucks. That is probably a thing.
Steve Jobs,
the seed.
Ooh, the seed.
But
seed
any other fun happenings for you, Lag?
No, other than that, things have been pretty normal. Just same old, you know. Go to work, go home, do my thing, play some video games.
Rockstar at night.
Oh yeah, I've been playing. Oh, and then the other one. Oh, I've been playing. Or I've been trying to play Apex when I can. Just because it's a little difficult with my job and with the people I play with. It doesn't really work out timing wise all the time. But yeah, I've been playing that. I'm still not good, but I'm getting better.
Nice. You gotta find a way to play at work. That's what you gotta do.
Honestly, if I could, I would.
Shit. Nice. There's like applications for that where it's like, I remember it's like you could play Doom, but then there's like a quick tab, so it looks like it's like Excel sheet all of a sudden, and then quick tab back. Nice. Just gotta figure out what the Apex perfect. One is.
Ooh.
Actually, to jump back, I did have one quick question for you, or I don't know if it's quick, but for Lag, because you said you like hosted, you had to book the venue. I'm just curious, like out of your experience, this is the first one, I guess. What's the hardest part of that, or the most challenging part? Maybe one that I was like unexpecting too.
Honestly, the hardest parts I would say, because I would say the two hardest parts are one, just finding a way to get everybody to find a time and a date that works with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And by that, I don't just mean like the bands you're asking to play. I mean the venue itself.
Yeah.
Because initially...
They get booked, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, the venues always get booked out. And initially, with this whole experience, we were trying to have this be a Saturday show. Just because, you know, turnout would have been a little better. It's a better date. Everybody wants to go out on a Saturday night. Nobody really wants to do stuff on Sunday nights. So, with that, like, there's that difficulty of just trying to find time and being able to schedule it. And the other difficulty, I would say, was just finding a place that's willing to work with, like, our genre of music and, like, the bands we play with. There are a lot of places...
Because it's K-pop.
Yeah, it's really hard to find a really good venue for K-pop. Like,
it's K-rap.
Yeah, they really don't want to, like...
It's like new metal, but like K-pop instead of metal.
Yeah, we call it crap for short.
Sorry, go on.
No, but
Plus I'll be right back.
That's probably the most difficult part, is just finding a good venue that is willing to host our very chaotic brand of music, and then just finding a date that works for everybody and making sure that it aligns with everyone's schedules. That's the hardest part.
Any like recommendations you would give to others on like other like up and coming musicians on how to like help manage that from your experience?
Honestly, just I'd say the biggest thing is don't be afraid to just shoot people DMs. Just literally just any local band, whoever, just hit everybody up. Someone's eventually going to respond, and you'll find people who are like-minded in the way that you are and will try to, want to propel you forward just as much as you would like to see other people succeed. And, like, it's just about making that reach and having that initiative to do that. Because that was one of our biggest hang-ups is, like, we hadn't been going to shows for such a long time that we were like, man, people aren't going to remember us. People don't know our faces anymore. We don't have those connections. But really, all it's taken is us just having that initiative and putting our faces out there and being like, hey, we've been doing this for a long time, just from the sidelines, and now we're trying to do this for real. Like, but I think that generally is what, I think just don't. That's my biggest piece of advice. Is just don't have that fear and hesitation. You just have to do it.
Kind of do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Shift is one thing you're good at. It's rolling for initiative. So I mean, I'm glad that y'all are like hitting up like shows, and I'm like seeing some cool venues and hearing and seeing new other like cool ass bands that are like local.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, no.
Maybe can we jump in and have like can we like open for you guys sometime? Just, hey, it's me, Dala. It's like, hey, it's Gibbelding.
Me, Gibbelding. Here.
What if Metallica was
about
like
an hour and a half before
anyway,
the Tower of the Fool goes up?
So my thoughts on Blue Beetle is, why isn't he red?
Yeah. How come that red guy? How come he's not blue?
Yeah, what the heck?
Why is only Blue Beetle
that's some good shit. Yeah, what the fuck? But no, that's some good shit. Thanks for. Yeah, no, like I feel like where it's I hope other people find it like reassuring. I mean, it sounds kind of similar to what we've been kind of going through. I feel with the like starting a new podcast and kind of just like just doing it. Kind of go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
gotta jump right in.
Everyone wants to do something, and I think that we all just kind of hold ourselves back a lot because we think, oh, that's not for me, or that's not me. But you know what? If you want to do something, you just exactly. But if you want to do something, you just gotta do it.
Just gotta go for it.
And I know that probably sounds stupid to some people. Because I used to hear that when I was younger, and I used to think that was really stupid. But like,
yeah.
But it's surprising, like, just how much just having that initiative actually pays off. Like, it's surprising how far you could take yourself on just pure initiative sometimes. Yeah.
Nice. On that lightheartedness, I'm gonna bring it down with my week.
What happened to you?
So, I heard Cowboy Boys episode that you sent me, Gib. Pretty good.
Okay.
Very crass show, I will say.
Crass. Yeah.
Very crass.
That's what
at least that episode.
It's a good outlet for if you want to listen to anything crass in particular. It's a very good outlet for that. You know what I mean? Where like,
and I think it's
Sunday
something
is great for like or like they all have their different like
humor
tickles.
Vibes and kind of category. I will say like it's a good one, and I think it's just one you don't want to take too serious. Like, not at all. I don't think. But the reason I bring this up and mention that bringing down the podcast is the episode you sent me. It kind of they were talking about sending or posting a dick pic, and they were like made a joke about like shooting at like Tarantino or Kubrick, and it made me wonder. And so now I have a question to you, gents: if you could choose any director to like shoot a nude for you to send to someone, who would you choose? Which director, dead or alive?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. I want him to make my dick look really like cute and whimsical and
that's what I said. It's like It's like in front of like a model like tower or something.
That's so stupid.
Like it's it's
like
lazily
a
like
it's a fake monument in a fake town.
Yeah.
And there's like a toy car driving. It's like a roundabout. It's in the middle of a roundabout. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I imagine, like, I don't know if he's done shots like this, but it's zoomed in to like, it's like Bill Murray driving with like what's his name, Edward Norton, and it's like slowly zooming out, and then you see it turns into like a model car, and then your dick is just the monument, like, or like Bill Murray, and you hear them talking. Nice. I was thinking Sam Raimi for myself because I want the like following camera shot. So it's like you'll see like you don't know what it is, like it's just roaming through the house or whatever, and then
house.
Yeah, and then it busts through a window, and then like
zoom in on your dick.
Yeah. And then Bruce Campbell, oh god, and it laughs at him. Yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ! What about you, Lag?
I'd probably go with John Carpenter.
Oh, such a good.
I would go with John Carpenter just because of the soundtrack. Like, just I know he would have like a good synth going, and like it would be like a. Like, honestly, I'm hoping he would go with a They Live kind of shot, where it's just a dragged out slow one, and then he like zooms out.
There's like fog.
Yeah.
Or no, not the fog. I was thinking
like
I was thinking of the fog.
Too. He's got that tense, drawn
like
out kind
slow.
of
just zoomed in really close to something and backing out slowly to show you more of what's going on around.
Like I'm thinking of the when it's going through the Arctic base in The Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. That, just like you said, just the music alone would be like intense. Like, oh, it's so fucking good. Here's his dick. Look at it.
Oh God. Huh.
Yeah. And it opens up like a fucking the thing like just.
Because I think. The Cowboy Boys podcast talked about how if they reached 500 Patreon subs, one of them was going to post a dick pic and the other one was going to get a face tattoo.
Yeah, very. It's very like skewed.
500.
Yeah, like no problem. It sounds like, but yeah, no. So there was a couple. I think he said. Well, I think it was on Patreon, so you'd have to go on there to find out. You gotta pay the big bucks if you want to see his dick.
The dick shot by Wes Anderson.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. The only other things I was gonna say this week, I had a couple. I want to try to do like horror recommendations for this month. You know, with it being October.
Okay.
I got a couple. So I got. I read Swamp Thing Green Hell. It's a DC Black Label book. Swamp Thing. One of my favorite characters. Yeah, the titular. Yeah. And it's cool. The premise is pretty sick. It is the end of the world. There's like an island left of like people, and that's about it from like what seems to be the case. And the Swamp Thing, his thing is he's like the avatar of the green, which is like plant life. Then there's like the avatar of the red, which is animal life. And then there's also the rot, which is like decay and death. And then in some other canons, there's also like blue, like other elements and shit. But for this one, those are the three big ones. And so the three parliaments talk, and they're kind of just like, all right, like here, there's not that many people left. Let's just kill them all, and then like restart like fresh. And so they create like their own Swamp Thing. The Green does, to kind of like eliminate the last of the humans. And that's when Constantine is like when some of the people go to Constantine that are like, hey, and so he brings Alec Holland, who had died not like long before, or like he was resting eternally, and basically was like, hey, like you gotta fucking stop him. And it's pretty sick. It's not like the best Swamp Thing, but it's not like terrible at all. It's great.
Nice.
And then apropos of that, I watched The Return of Swamp Thing, the sequel to the Wes Craven movie. And I gotta say, that movie's much better. That movie's so much better than the Wes Craven one. I ain't gonna lie.
Who directed that one?
Wes Craven. I don't know, actually.
Wes Craven.
Yeah. No, but it's just... It's more campy. It fucking actually has like some more canon, like to the or like it like uses the actual powers the effects are great, and there's like a shit ton of monsters that look really cool. Yeah, it's just super campy. It's super funny. And then I guess I'll do one more recommendation. Is a movie called Summer of '84. It's a indie movie. It's 2017 or something like that. Maybe 18 or 19. It's essentially like Halloween, like John Carpenter's Halloween, but with the kids from like Monster Squad or like
With like a kid cast.
Yeah, Goonies, Stranger Things, like, you know, they're just like a bunch of kids that are like trying to solve a murder mystery, and it's not supernatural, so it's like much like Halloween.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Spoopy recommendations. Ooh.
Yeah, I almost spooped myself. Thank you for that.
Well, yeah, a lot of spooping. Yeah, what about you, Gib? What you been up to?
Let's see. I watched something. Fuck, what did I watch?
Oh, we watched Boneyard, actually, too.
Yeah, so we did watch Boneyard together.
That's funny, I forgot about that.
That was a lot of fun,
we
though.
saw the... Yeah,
We saw
actually,
what
the three of us
mattered.
saw it.
We saw
Yeah, we
everything
saw the good
that
parts.
mattered.
Yeah, which is all the effects, and it's good. It's funny because you mentioned it when you initially mentioned it, that the lady was like, in some review you read, was noticed as like 300 pounds.
Yeah, okay, so
And
there was a review or something, or some plot
Yeah.
summary that I forgot where it was, but the like opening fucking sentence was like, 300-pound former psychic has to get back in the biz or whatever. It's like something like that. But they really
Former
emphasize that she's 300 pounds. And like really, she's just a tall lady in like 4 layers.
I mean, and we kept joking, like, what if it actually like pays off where it's like on the elevator scene, it's like, oh, only 300 pounds, and like that's where. But it's not even in there, so it's like,
yeah.
Why
it doesn't
this,
mention
like,
how much she weighs.
Specific number, yeah.
It was, yeah. I don't know. I gotta find that review. See what else.
Great
it
movie.
brought up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me send me if you find it.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will. Yeah. So not a movie, but I recently got into Magic the Gathering. A lot of fun.
My favorite movie. The card game, Magic the Gathering.
The first thing I said was that this isn't a movie.
I know, but earlier you're like, I saw a movie. Yeah, I'll cut it.
Well, I knew. No, I'm just kidding. I knew it was. It's because I knew that there was something, but I was like, was it a movie that I watched? But now I'm wondering if I did watch a movie, but it was probably Boneyard.
I mean, we did see that for sure. But you know, how was Magic? Is it so your first time playing?
It's not my first time playing it. I've played it like 3 times now.
For the first time,
but
each 3
the
times.
last 2 times were in the last 2 days, and the first time I played was like a year and a half ago. And for some reason, just within the last like 2 weeks, I've been like, you know what I really want to play? Fucking Magic the Gathering. I'm not sure if it's because they recently announced Evil Dead cards, and I'm just like fangirling over them.
Yeah,
which I'm gonna get. But
you're gonna get?
Yeah, it's actually.
Oh my god, they're like, aren't they like hell expensive?
No, they're.
How much are
like
they?
$40, I think.
For how many? Like a deck, or like
maybe
like
10.
A deck.
Probably like 10 cards. No, it's not. It's not crazy. I thought it was gonna be like
the Juji
250.
Ito ones. Yeah, I was like, the Juji Ito ones were like fucking crazy. That's why I was
wild.
I gotta look into those. Yeah, that's I mean, I'm not gonna get them, but no. Even if I did.
Yes.
No, hell no. No, I'd give everyone a Junji Ito card.
Just on the
but
street.
It's fun. Here you go, everybody. Here, pass one out. Give it to your friends. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun, it's about like balancing how much like mana you have. You know, it's a lot of like chaining combos. There's like multiple ways that you could play. You could play like a standard kind of like either with a 40 card deck, or you could play like with a 100 card deck. Yeah, without getting too much into the details, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's like a bunch of different universes and like aesthetics that are in there, and you could just basically build just a super cool deck, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna try. That's a new hobby.
Do the the My Little Pony like smiling one. I forget which one it was, but it like does crit damage if your character's smiling or something.
Oh, it's like a joke card or something. Or
yeah, it's My Little Pony character, and it's like any pony or any card you play that has like a smile and it's meant for like My Little Pony. Will get like a stat boost or something, and then like people have been like, "Here's this fucking evil worm. It's technically smiling, and this like devil like demon gremlin, and it's technically So it's like sick.
That's it. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean,
my god, there's so many.
The Evil Dead one would be a great combo for that actually, because I'm sure all the Deadites are smiling.
Well, okay, so the Evil Dead cards are cool, and I want to get them. But after figuring out about like magic and all that stuff. They fumbled it. They really fumbled what they could have done. You know what I mean? They could have made like all the characters and items so much cooler and have so much more effects, but they could have made them unique, but they just based them off of pre-existing cards. So they're just reskins.
It's like palette swaps. Gotcha. Damn, that sucks. But I mean, it's cool, I guess, to have them as cards, because I've seen like pictures and they look pretty cool.
I mean, I'm still gonna get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, chow. Nothing else, I would say. Haven't played Baldur's Gate. I've been clean of Baldur's Gate for like 3 weeks now.
It's been 3 weeks since my addiction.
Yeah. I've kicked the bucket. No, that's not kick. Kicking the bucket is dying. I've kicked the.
So I mean, yeah.
Kick the habit. But I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
But I am ready to...
What are we... So, Gib, what are we doing on this spooky Friday the 13th?
I am ready to get into the thick of it. It's the spookiest time of the year. It's the spookiest day in the world. Also, it's sick. Ooh. It's October Friday the 13th. That's awesome.
It's the spookiest day in the world? Holy shit, get it out. Get it out.
In the world. Get it out of the world.
Get a shovel. Lag, give me a shovel, please.
I got you.
So, it's Friday the 13th. You know, I assume you guys have seen Freddy vs. Jason. What was your guys' first experience with Freddy vs. Jason? And maybe even the Jason franchise.
Jason series.
Yeah, in general.
Do you want to go into that, Lag?
Yeah, I'll start. So, I want to say that, funny enough, I didn't actually watch any of the Friday the 13th movies until I was in maybe like 8th grade or freshman year of high school. Which is kind of a surprise, because like when I was a really little kid, when I was a wee lad of 4 years old, I would get...
You were like a Lagg9000 before you got all 9,000s.
Back when I was like a Lagg4 even, like...
Oh, damn.
I was my mom would drop me off and I'd get taken care of like by my aunt or something, or, some family friend, someone she trusted enough to watch me.
Some stranger, I don't know.
And it was... Hold on one second.
4,000.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, but my aunt Yvette had a very fun habit of just like sitting everybody down and going, all right, well, I'm going to watch a movie, so you guys are going to watch this with me.
Yeah.
And
like, we're watching this. Like, she's no choice. We're watching this.
Yeah, she was very like, I'm watching this, so we're watching this. Because I'm taking care of you. And I want to say the first scary thing I watched was like Blade because of her, and it was all because she liked to watch me dance during the club scene because I liked the music. That led into
like today,
her.
still.
Exactly, just like today. Then she got me watching the Final Destination movies and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I was a small child, and that left a really hard imprint on me. But funny enough, she never really put on any of the Friday the 13th movies, so that was something I had to find out about on my own. And I remember watching them. I remember in middle school, people like, or even like in elementary school. I was in like fourth grade, I want to say, and I remember kids talking about Freddy versus Jason. And I was like, well, I know who Freddy is. Who's Jason? And then, you know, one of my friends made me watch it, and I didn't really know what was going on. Cause,
oh, wait, you started with Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, so I didn't really know what was going on. So, and I was also in fourth grade, so I didn't really pay too much attention, if I'm being honest. So that's my first ever experience with Freddy versus Jason. But now, as an adult, I would say that it is definitely not my favorite Jason or Freddy movie at all. It's not in the top 5. But you know, for what it is, it's just goofy and stupid and a lot of fun, and I can't really ask for too much more from a franchise that shouldn't have gone past the 80s, you know?
I know. Well, the thing that pisses me off the most with the Friday the 13th series is that they're not on the 13th movie.
Like, they need to make it. They need to make it. They have to make the
That's what they need to make it, is what I'm saying.
The next one
they are
13th.
And it's the thing that sucks is it's probably gonna, well, hopefully not, but I mean, it probably will suck. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. You know, I guess they in a lot of the movies they only kill 13 people.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Nice.
Except they're, I think in Jason X they kill 28 people, which...
Yeah, well, no, they kill more, don't they? Because they do a whole space station.
They kill a whole space station in Jason X.
Well, like a planet.
Because they, like, fly through it.
I saw something. Well, yeah, true. Maybe on-screen kills. There's like 28.
It's
like actually
probably
or something like that. But
probably.
Well, I was gonna say I just know that the first 3, for sure, have 13 kills because that was like the shtick. They would like put that on the poster, like 13 victims, 13 like. It was a thing. So I know at least the first 3 have it.
I was gonna ask you, Lag, what is actually your favorite Friday the 13th, real quick? Or is the best in your opinion?
I'm a big Part 4 guy. I think Part 4 has always been my favorite. It's got a young Corey Feldman in it. It's got it's got a young Crispin Glover in it doing the greatest dance of all time, and then the greatest line reading of all time. Ted, where's the corkscrew? Ted, corkscrew. Yeah.
That dance, man, I'm surprised that's... I mean, maybe it is like a TikTok dance, but it should be.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. That needs to be preserved. That has to be preserved from TikTok.
I'd say only to put it on TikTok so the kids are aware, and then, you know, it comes back as cool. But yeah, I'll do a quick. For me, the Friday the 13th series growing up is my favorite. I'm a big slasher fan, and Jason was the first one. I think Freddy movies, Nightmare on Elm Street movies are better overall. But Jason's like the one I grew up with. He's the one that taught me how to read Roman numerals, you know?
Nice.
I will say there was a bunch
of... Mega Man taught me that.
What, he turned back to Forrest Gump? Mega Man taught me that.
Yeah, right, didn't I?
But yeah, we used to run them like all the time at Blockbuster. And actually, it's funny. There was like the New Line movies. I think Jason Goes to Hell, and then Manhattan. I had not seen until like maybe like college or after college, because those were always rented out at Blockbuster. So I never got the chance until more recent.
That's so funny. Why were those always rented out? Those are like two of the worst ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe because they also don't have Roman numerals. I was like, I don't know where the fuck those go. There's no number. I learned for nothing. But no, I was gonna say, for me, I would say best one. Okay, my favorite one is probably 7. I really like the whole I think that's the best looking Jason. I like a lot of the story in it. I like the Carrie. I forget her name, but the girl, it's basically Carrie.
Trina.
But yeah, but it is very censored and shit. So I'll say 6. Actually, it's a better one.
6 is a good one.
Yeah. 8 was super censored, and 8 was originally supposed to be fucking Jason versus Carrie.
Yeah, it is kind of. I don't think it was. Was it supposed to be literally Carrie though? I thought it was
I'm
just
pretty
like
sure
that's what
it
they
was
said.
actually no, I think it was supposed to be Jason versus Carrie.
Oh, I
Because
thought that was just them
originally-
being like marketing, like to the producers, like imagine Jason, imagine Carrie, you know. But okay, so they actually like had it. Nice.
Yeah, because I think originally it was supposed to be a first attempt at a Freddy versus Jason, but they couldn't really do anything, and then they just still continued this the Jason part being, or the Freddy part or whatever, you know, they just made it Carrie instead. But then they couldn't do that, so they just made it Jason, fucking the New Blood or whatever it is.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Still, it's probably still one of my
Yeah.
like favorites. I love the like RV kill, like the whole RV scenes. Actually,
That movie's so good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like most Jason movies are real fun, if not like actually good. Like in my opinion. So
Yeah.
it's like And then as far as Freddy versus Jason, that one, like you said it perfectly, Lag. It's not the best of either. It's fun enough.
It's so dated.
Oh, it's incredibly dated.
It's like, because I know that the 80s movies, whatever, but they only date themselves in terms of like quality, maybe. But the Freddy vs. Jason just straight up dates itself. Like it has like the Jason Mewes character ripoff.
It's got a new metal soundtrack. It has a new metal soundtrack,
new metal,
and it's
that
not
kind of
even.
came back around.
But like the problem with that is they didn't even use like good new metal bands. It was like bargain bin new metal bands. They had Il Nino. Who listens to Il Nino?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, exactly.
El Nino was a fucking hurricane.
Yeah, and it was a hurricane in that movie, as in it sucked ass. It blew. Sorry, that's what I should have said. Dang it.
Yeah, so I honestly I think the very first one I might have ever seen was Jason Goes to Hell. I think that was the first one I had seen, and that one definitely fucked me up. Fucked me up as a kid, only because I had probably seen it when I was like super young. But the scene of the like coroner eating Jason's heart, I don't know why that scared the shit out of me. Slug Jason, Demon Slug Jason, fucking terrified me. Just plus that I don't know. I feel like that movie has a lot of like very spastic camera angles and like very like in your face kind of way of shooting. It's also funny enough. It turns out that that's the movie that happens to be like the Evil Dead, the movie that ties it to the Evil Dead universe and tries
that's what
to
I was thinking.
Tries to well, I guess
connect them all.
Yeah, connect the Freddy and Jason franchise to Evil Dead, because I think they were all distributed under New Line Cinema at the time, like you had said.
Yeah.
So I think that was the first one I had ever seen, and it spooked me silly. And then maybe the second one. I mean, I don't know if I'd seen like the other ones in between this time, but I did watch Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason in the theaters with my family.
Oh shit! Nice.
And those were gnarly. I mean, speaking of, although it's set in like fucking 500 years in the future, Jason X also very much dates itself with like.
But that's the best part.
Everyone
it's
looks
like
the
future,
exactly,
and they all have like the haircuts of like 2001.
The Matrix, yeah, it's very Matrix inspired. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And
Jason X,
Jason.
if I can, real quick, Jason X bothers me for one big reason. And that's because in the trailers for Jason X, in every single trailer for it, if you look this up, the trailer has the song Let the Bodies Hit the Floor by Drowning Pool playing. And throughout the entirety of Jason X, that song is never played. And I was like, why would you put it in the trailer? Because like now I'm expecting it to be in the movie.
It would be perfect because like they could do it with the scene where he's like just slicing and dicing as bodies are literally hitting the fucking floor.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, shit.
Or even when he reconstitutes himself as the Uber Jason.
Yeah, with the nanites.
He's singing it. Or no, you time it with the the deep fucking. That's where it's just
that's when it
reveal. I'm here.
That's funny. Yeah, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason was. It's okay. It's just. It's got like. I don't know. I think they only interact for like 10 minutes, or they only fight really for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
And
it's a lot of like, I'll send you to go over to do that, or I'm gonna kill, like they're killing each other's the teens like independently.
They take turns killing teens, and then they attack.
It's your turn.
Yeah,
I left you the good one. I left you the jock.
A little tag. Cool. So it's glad to know that, because now.
All right, bye.
You know. Yeah. Bye.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I got another letter recently. Thankfully, we don't have to go down to Fuck Studios this time.
Okay, cool.
We get to work from home, which unfortunately means no cocaine. But it looks like...
Did they...
Yeah, they mailed the coke.
I was going to ask you, did they mail it?
But,
please?
Yeah, they told me that they mailed a separate letter saying that they went to... when they went to the post office, they're like, "Is this anthrax?" And they're like, "No, snort it. It's cocaine." And so... yeah, whatever. So we got a letter from Fuck Studios, famous creator of Freddy vs. Jason, and or secret creator of Freddy vs. Jason, because as we know, it's the famous Fuck Studios. They like to fuck up movies. We've been tasked. Here, let me read the letter. We've been tasked with, it looks like we have to come up with a reboot to the Versus Jason franchise, but unfortunately it looks like we don't have the rights to Freddy anymore.
Okay.
So,
also, Versus Jason franchise? What franchise is this?
Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay. Gotcha. My favorite franchise. The best the best cinematic universe. Jason versus Freddy. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Go on. So unfortunately, it looks like it looks like we don't have the rights to Freddy, but we also weren't able to get the rights to it looks like every horror icon.
Dang it. So no, I can't do the burning versus Jason, Cropsy versus Jason. I can't do Edge of the Axe versus Jason. Come on now.
No Lord of Illusions versus Jason.
No, you can't do Ghoulies versus Jason. You can't even do Gremlins versus Jason.
Can I do them versus Jason? The giant ants?
You could do The Thing versus Jason. Actually, that would be kind of cool. But no, actually, no. Wait, I just got a letter.
But we can't, because that's horror.
Wait. I just got another
part
letter.
2?
Yeah.
Is that the cocaine?
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so scared. It's just all caps underlined 3 times. It says, "No, The Thing."
Damn it. Wait, which thing, though? Like Marvel? Like the Addams Family thing?
Oh, wait. Oh, it's like I got
no things. None of the things.
Yeah, this is nothing.
This is no things.
No things. Okay, fine. But what franchises do we have? I guess that we could work with.
Well, it just says here anything that isn't horror.
Yep. Okay, so they have the property. They have the rights to any property.
Every property, yeah. So it says we can get the rights to every property except Freddy. They keep saying Freddy. They don't say A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, if we know anything from the lawsuit of the Friday the 13th, Jason is a separate entity from the fuck. So
Oh yeah, and the versus Jason is also a separate entity.
Raise my hand. I question. Can we, since we can't use Freddy, can we use Nightmare on Elm Street though? So it's like Nightmare on Elm Street versus Jason, but there's no Freddy.
Yeah, no Freddy. You could use the setting.
Sick.
He has to fight the house.
Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy and her dad and sick. That's mine. Dibs. No.
Oh, but then you have to have Johnny Depp in there, and that's not good. You don't want Johnny Depp in the mix anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, true.
He'll get his 40 rings on, and then it's gonna be a mess for audio.
And then he's gonna hit somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
He'll have a he'll have a pint glass of wine, and then start getting belligerent with Jason, allegedly.
God, that was so stupid.
Johnny Depp versus Jason. There you go.
That's what it's like.
That was on Johnny Depp versus Jason. But it's just a court trial. It's a court trial.
It's just a court trial.
It's covered for 4 weeks on fucking national television.
Yo, not gonna lie, I would actually be kind of down to see Jason in the courtroom. Not necessarily with Johnny Depp, but just in general.
I would love to see it with Johnny Depp. I didn't strike Jason with alcohol. That's my Johnny Depp impression, I guess.
Yeah.
Look at this drawing I made. Look at this doodle. Aren't I so quirky?
Oh my god! And then there'll be a scene where they're like, "Hey, counselor, can you read back?" And then Jason's gonna big bug-eyedly look like counselor, like a camp counselor, like, "Oh, I gotta kill them."
Oh.
Like,
Okay, I like this.
See, yeah, we're already working on one.
We're already on
there
it.
you go. Okay, so you guys get it. You guys get it now. Now I will say, I do have just one kind of idea right now, and it's funny because it's reminding me of a big inspiration I had about I don't know 5 years ago at this point. You two are familiar with the Mr. Sunday podcast, right?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the Weekly Planet. Yeah.
The Weekly Planet.
The Weekly Planet.
So they had a segment on there where it was a bunch of unlikely characters that would be fighting each other, and that was a big inspiration for this one.
Gotcha.
And one
in
of
a football
the
field,
fights, right? I think it was in a football field, but then they changed the requirements for this one.
Oh, it was before. Oh, gotcha.
It was Kevin McAllister versus the Predator. And it was I suggest looking it up. I suggest watching it. It's they have an animated version of it on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
But they kind of conclude that Kevin McAllister, being a small kid and with his destructive traps, would have the lead on Predator. So it got me thinking once I saw that, what kind of different choices, what kind of fun, versus would you like to see? And I thought, at first I was thinking like a race, but it led me to this premise. Forrest Gump versus Jason.
Okay. Oh, hence the Forrest Gump and okay. So I was wondering why that was the, but yeah, you're good. Yeah, go on. I'm curious. Elaborate if you could.
So, Forrest Gump, that dude could run forever. In fact, he ran for 1,171 days. And Jason, Jason could power walk forever. He could just keep walking. So, I guess I'm working. I'll get to how the actual race would work because, unfortunately, that's the climax of this story. This is Forrest Gump versus Jason. So right off the bat, they take place in the same universe. Well, I guess, which would be no different.
It would be the versus verse, right?
Yeah, they take place in the versus verse. So I looked up I looked up Jason's birthday.
I was just laughing because you're like, I looked up Freddy, and then I stopped looking up Freddy, and I looked up Jason after that.
I was looking up Freddy because I was curious.
Yeah.
Then I thought about Jason.
You're like, when's his birthday? Yeah. But wait, when's his birthday?
So I looked up Jason's birthday, and then I looked up Forrest Gump's birthday. And they were both born June 1944. Forrest Gump was born, I think, June 6th, while Jason was born June 13th.
So Jason, of course.
Jason happens to be a week older than Forrest Gump, which
younger,
is perfect.
right?
Younger, I think.
He'd be younger.
Oh yeah, younger.
Yeah.
So he's a week
That's how
younger than
numbers
Forrest
work.
Gump.
Just kidding. No.
It is.
Interesting, huh?
So, they're born right around the same time. And, I think it's when does Jason drown?
How do you keep doing the fucking number? Like the birthdays, like you did that with Stewie Griffin in 9/11 too. How do you keep doing this? I don't know.
I don't. It just works out.
I make it work. I'm lying. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, now I have to do this. So
he was born,
this.
44?
They're both born in 1944.
Okay.
It's I think Jason was 11 when he drowned.
That's
so
what
it's gonna be like Camp Crystal Lake is like an all-inclusive camp. You've got like a bunch of different kind of disabled kids who would intermingle together. So Forrest Gump is gonna be Jason's disabled bully at this camp, right? Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be like we're putting a whole new angle on Forrest Gump, and so
that's so good. Yeah.
So it's gonna be like there's gonna be one day where Forrest is dancing and is like with his like fucked up leg braces and shit, and everyone's gonna be like, everyone look, it's Forrest, like let's all crowd around him and like watch him dance. And while that's happening, he's gonna distract all the counselors.
Guards.
All the guards. I'm thinking like a D&D session. He's gonna distract all the counselors. And that's what's gonna be what causes Jason to drown.
Mm-hmm.
And that all happens. Oh yeah, so that happens in 79. No, not 79. That doesn't happen.
I was like, no.
You're way too old.
It happens in
yeah, like the 50s probably.
7, I think. Yeah.
Probably.
But hey, Forrest Gump is all clear. He's chilling. He's good. He's the popular guy. He's right after this. He grows up and he goes to Camp Crystal Lake. He fucks up Pam Voorhees and Jason's life. But then he becomes a super sick, famous war hero, and he gets to get treated horribly by Jenny, and then he gets to watch all his friends die in Vietnam and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets back in 1979, which just happens to be,
is Crystal Lake in Alabama? So he still has the accent?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
For this canon, would it be? Or is he? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Sure.
Let's say.
So Jason's got an accent too, then.
Yeah,
Jason,
the famous speaker, has an accent when he
it'd be like
speak.
Instead of like the it'll be like with an accent.
Oh damn, nice. So he gets back. It's 1979, and Forrest Gump is on national television. He's a war hero. His fucking picture is everywhere. Famous guy, right? This causes Pamela to fucking go psycho. And, at the same time, they're getting ready to reopen Camp Crystal Lake, Pam fucking loses it. She goes on a murder spree and ends up killing everybody. Basically the same way that Forrest Gump inadvertently causes the events of, like, fucking the smiley face shirt to be made. Or, like, Apple stock or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna inadvertently cause every single shitty thing to happen in the
the Jason franchise.
Yeah, and the versus Jason franchise. And so it's Forrest Gump goes on, he's like, yeah, I used to be in Camp Crystal Lake, and fucking gives the thumbs up. You should go there, you'll be like me. Causes this whole influx of like people to keep going back to Crystal Lake and get killed and basically cause the events of like 2 and 3, right? And maybe he even inspires a little Tommy Jarvis to want to go to Crystal Lake and like his hero Gump, Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
So I keep calling it episode. Part 5 is Jason Lives, right?
That's
where they're
movie.
like, yeah, we keep.
Nope. That's The New Beginning. It's where they replace Jason.
Yeah.
So which one is number 4?
That's the one
4 is Final Chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey Haim kills him.
That's right. Corey Haim kills him. Then 4 is replaced. He gets replaced by the paramedic for some reason. Or
5
yeah, that's
the
right.
New Beginning. 6 is
the New Beginning.
the what's 6's subtitle?
Jason Lives.
6 is where. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's right. So 5, he's he's a paramedic who goes mad because his son was killed by Jason, I think in the previous movie. But let's just say his friend or his son was also inspired by Forrest Gump. Yeah. So by the time that number 6 comes along, Jason Lives. That's when big Forrest Gump fan Tommy Jarvis comes back, and I think this is when it's around 1990. I think number 6 is around 1990. And that's when I basically, I don't know if it came out in 1990, like
In real life?
in real life or in the movie,
No.
or like, in movie canon, like that's when it takes place. But
It's 80s still.
yeah, but basically, it's near the 90s. I'm thinking Forrest Gump, he's still around, he's just like, he's like, fuck Jason, fuck those murders, I'm gonna send people to, a very different kind of Forrest Gump than we're used to. But, I'm thinking, in 1990, the Hubble telescope went up, right? It went up into the sky, and what if that caused the lightning storm that just happened to bring Jason back from the dead in part 6? So Jason comes back to life because of the fucking, I don't know, maybe some stupid telescope shit. Basically, try to intertwine.
Nice.
At this point, I gave up, and I was just like, okay, and then they're gonna fight now. Now that he's back and he's a zombie. Yeah, I gave up.
Are they fighting or racing?
They're good. It's both. That's both. A race.
Gotcha.
A race is just a fight of the feet. But so Jason ends up taking a boat from in Jason Takes Manhattan, where he takes a boat out the lake and then a boat to Manhattan.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like that. He meets Forrest Gump in Manhattan, right? And Forrest immediately recognizes him, or recognizes this as a threat. He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go." And Forrest starts his another run for 1,000 years.
1,000 years, Jesus. And then he meets up with Jason X at the end of it.
Ooh, yes.
He time traveled, basically.
Fuck yeah, dude. Forrest Gump X.
Oh God.
That's
Gump X.
See. Gump X.
Just Gump X.
Yes, Forrest X. Yeah, so once Forrest sees Jason, he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta get out of here." And it's like it just leads back to it restarts when Forrest Gump is running for 1,000 days again, like he just starts doing that again. And meanwhile, the whole time, like Jason is right behind him, and it'll be like almost like Kung Pao, where he turns around and like he's further back. He's like, "Oh, thank God!" But then he turns around again. He's like right back.
It's like fucking teleporting to him.
I'm a firm believer that Jason doesn't teleport. I don't know.
I think from 6 on, I think so, because he's magic based. I mean, if you want your Jason to not teleport, this is your movie or your idea.
True.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah,
if you don't want to teleport, he can walk fast.
He could teleport once a day, like in D&D.
Sure. Yeah. He has a short rest or long rest.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of like maybe Forrest, maybe Jason kills a couple teens along the way. Fuck it. Maybe
that's
Forrest
where he gets
does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine it's like Forrest inadvertently kills them, but then like Jason, that's how he slows them down. He runs to like schools where there's teens like smoking or parties, and Jason's like, "Well, I gotta kill these people."
Yeah. So there's a climactic showdown in it'll be like in the middle of the desert. Like, Forrest has like a long fucking beard. They both have long beards. They're surrounded by
Nice.
the media. They're about to fight, you know. Forrest doesn't go in peacefully. They're about to fight, and it's like there's like a scuffle in the desert, bunch of sand and dust gets kicked up everywhere, and the only person to emerge from the dust and the shadows is Jason, and he's holding the head of Forrest Gump.
Nice.
But
in a box of chocolate. Oh.
But Forrest Gump looks at the camera and winks.
Stupid.
And the movie ends.
I love it. Nice.
Yeah.
Was he? So I guess he's supernatural. I mean, I guess that makes sense with this fucking.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll see. Hopefully in the sequel.
Sick. All right, you wrote all that down for Fuck Studio, Gib.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down as quick as possible. What about you guys?
Nice. Yeah. What about you, Lag? You wanna you wanna join our activity and send a pitch?
Well, if we have every property at our disposal other than horror movies.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. And I was like, why not bring something to the Friday the 13th and to the versus Jason series that, hasn't really been there yet, which is an element of the real world.
Okay.
So my pitch,
I'm liking this so far,
is David Blaine versus Jason.
The fucking magician or whatever, illusionist?
Yeah, the magician, the magic man, David Blaine,
Nice.
The guy who's in Leonardo DiCaprio's Pussy Posse. Yeah, that guy.
Are they gonna be in it too? The Pussy Posse?
No, they unfortunately that's going to be out of the budget. We already know that. We can't afford a Tobes. But basically, my entire premise is that David Blaine is making a name for himself with this new trick he just invented.
Mm-hmm.
He can seemingly disappear into fog and reappear at any point. Now, the problem is, this is Jason's bread and butter. He's been doing this forever. Jason has been going into fog and then emerging from somewhere else entirely different for a long time. And David Blaine is out here stealing his thunder. And so from there...
real quick, does Jason notice? He's like, that motherfucker stole my method. Like, it's like, how all magicians have different methods for their, like, shit. He's like, wait a minute. That's the exact one.
That's our secret here. The secret twist is that Jason is actually part of a secret brotherhood of illusionists that David Blaine is also part of. And now they've created a rivalry. And when David Blaine goes to perform in New Jersey...
Ooh, Jason goes to Jersey.
There? Well, that's where Crystal Lake is.
Is it?
Oh, yeah,
because
that's how you got to Manhattan.
Nice.
Through Jersey, through the river that famously goes through all of Jersey into New York.
Yeah, exactly.
But it comes out at the ocean and then into New York. That never made sense. Anyway, but David Blaine is going to fight Jason at his New Jersey show because Jason's going to show up and it's going to be a battle of who can disappear into the fog faster. And they're just going to... And David Blaine's going to be shooting with illusions and stuff to try and confuse him and get him off his tail. Nice. And we're just going to have Jason chasing him down. And I figured it'd be a really simple, easy premise.
I like the idea of it, like almost like Dragon Ball Z, of them teleporting around, like, and then David Blaine's like, you can't kill me because you're actually dead, or I'm already dead, and he's like in a coffin, or something, like some bullshit where it's like mind games with them.
Nice.
It's just, he'll get stabbed by Jason, but then he'll like cut and he'll be like, just kidding, that was an illusion, because I'm David Blaine, master magician. But that's basically just the summary of my premise. That's my cold elevator pitch for that one. Just
I like it. It's, I was gonna ask for the ending. Can it be something like I don't know if it's like a cult. Like I imagine it's like Jason ends up with his own show in L.A. So it's like like he's got his own like magic show where like he's like watch me cut this woman in half. But like maybe without any words, and he just like literally does it, and then
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you know what you're doing, Jason.
Yeah, everyone's like clapping. Yeah, they think it's like
check out my murder magic.
They're like, wow, this is a great illusion. I couldn't even tell it looks so real.
He has like an assistant that like does all the talking for him. Like it's literally Penn and Teller, I guess, but like the assistant.
Ooh, that's so stupid. It's Freddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Freddy and Jason team up.
Here comes Jason. He's gonna cut her in half.
Yeah, and they take down David Blaine and Chris Angel. It's Freddy versus Freddy and Jason versus the Mind Freaks.
Well, I was gonna say you do Chris Angel versus Freddy because then he's like the Mind Freak, and then Freddy's like, well, this is a real snoozer, and then like makes him go to sleep so he can like kill him there. I like this. I like this as like spin off its own versus like a cinematic universe of like magician, real life magic versus slashers.
Yeah, that was like I was saying. I just think we need to bring just a slice of real life into the franchise.
Sick. Also, Lag, we wrote that down so we can submit it to Fuck Studio. But we will say that idea is illegally now technically mine and Gibbleding. So I'm sorry if we, we'll pay you the $10 to be here though for being a guest. Thank you.
Damn. Okay.
No, we'll include him. You'll get fair share.
No. Well, you get the cocaine.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
$10 cash?
No.
I might have to lawyer up.
Ooh.
I might have to lawyer up.
Gib, don't tell him that we have $20 still left over from last time we were at Fuck Studio.
$20 from last time left over from Fuck Studios. Okay, I won't tell him.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Dala. So what's your pitch?
I think we need one more for the envelope, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know about y'all, but whenever I hear Jason or Friday the 13th, I always think of one thing, And obviously that's family. Yeah, family. And who's more family oriented than the fucking Fast and the Furious cast?
Ooh.
So my idea. Yeah, basically you get the villain of Fast and Furious. It's played by fucking Tom Cruise because it's always like
The
big
Rock.
guy.
Oh, I thought it was The Rock. I thought he's like the main villain or whatever.
No, I don't. I think Rock is.
No, he's part of the family.
Yeah,
isn't he? I thought he's like the new main villain. Or no, that's Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Momoa. Hey, actually, you know what? Keep it. Jason Momoa will be the bad guy for this one. Basically, the Jason Momoa starts a kind of secret spy base under Crystal Lake, so it's like hidden. And while they're building that like little secret spy base, Jason actually was tied into the chain. Like say it's the ending of part 7, where from New Blood, where he's like he's chained underwater. So the construction freed Jason, and he's kind of out and about. And at the same time, Dom Toretto and his family kind of found the lake, the base. So they're like, all right, what we got to do is we got to like mobilize at this lake. Shit. So actually, the cool thing is this one. They'll have all cool all-terrain vehicles for this one because it's like they're in the woods and shit. And so it starts off and it's just kind of like the like whole titular like miscommunication of like, oh my god, it's Jason must be one of the villains, and like they're killing each other. Jason maybe gets his own car.
Each other?
Who
do they kill? Who does the family?
But they try to kill. Ooh. They try to kill Jason, but he keeps like he's a zombie, so he's like. And then maybe there's like the drug dealer or the spy agents are like there too. Technically, they're
undercover. Would Jason kill anybody in the family?
Oh, I mean, you gotta have that like scene where you think he does, but then like that person's like fine at the end or something. You know what?
He can kill Han.
I was gonna say. So, So, okay.
He can kill Han. Han's already died before. We can kill him again.
Yeah, that's what I say. We'll kill Han, but then post credit, what's actually gonna happen is in that spy base is that like the stuff from Jason X that makes Uber Jason, and then that gets on Han, and he becomes Uber Han. That's like post credit though. That's like later. So I'm thinking, he slices Han down. He's like, and so Dom and them, they like try to pin him against the wall with a car and a tree and shit, or they like, every time all right, cool, he's done, and then they see him again later, like, what the fuck? And then Jason at one point gets this giant like dump truck that was out in the woods, and that's his car. And eventually, like, there's something where like they kind of realize, oh wait, this Jason guy's like a good bloke. You know what? Puts his hand on Jason's shoulder. He's like, you know what you're missing? I understand now. I saw like your mom's head in the throne, and I get it. You lost your family. Well, I'm here to tell you, we're your new family. And these guys on this base, we need your help. So they team up, and essentially, it's Jason versus Jason as Jason Momoa versus Jason Voorhees with Dom on the side. And The Rock is there, and he's also getting equal amount of punches as everyone else.
Yeah, The Rock doesn't go down.
No, not at all.
And then the other thing I'm thinking is, the reason they built the base under this lake is, for one, they were like, oh, it's hidden and shit. But two, they found out, like, oh, this lake and, like, the area is actually magical. And what we can do is we can put souls of people into the cars. So there's, like, later on, there's, like, possessed cars driving around that, like, Dom is dealing with like, his family, while Jason's out in, like, the base, like, with some other, like, with, like, Han, or, I don't know, just, like, the group, like, a different group, and they're just fucking clearing it out. And, and that's when, like, they fucking kill Jason Momoa, save the day. They shake their hand, like, sick shit, Jason. You want to join us out in L.A.? And he's like, nah, I gotta protect the lake, bro. Like, that's my thing. Like, all right, brother. But we'll see you in the future for sure. And then, like, Han gets the Uber shit on him. But yeah, so did you get that part? We got that down. We good to go? Is that three? They wanted three, right? 3 pitches.
And I'll cut the last part. Yeah, got it all written down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm here. Let me get this.
Let me see. Can I see that? Wait, what the?
It's already
Why'd
in
you
the
write?
envelope. Sorry about that.
Oh, damn it. I saw you wrote versus Golden Girls, your fucking favorite franchise. I saw. You didn't take any of the shit I said. Whatever. If as long as it makes money.
Hopefully, I'm still. I guess we're all still waiting on residuals from the last Snowflame and what was it? Snowflame and Sleepwalker movie.
Yeah. So now we'll have the trilogy of Forrest Gump versus Jason versus David Blaine versus Fast Furious.
Hell yeah!
I guess shit. What would mine should be what, like Furious versus Jason or something? I don't know.
JVFF. No, it'd be FFVJ.
FFVJJ.
Fury the 13th.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's perfect. Holy shit! Actually, and then what they do is they release. They catch up with all the Fast and the Furious movies to the 12th one, so that way the 13th for both franchises.
Fast and Friday 13.
Hey, actually, yeah.
Fast Friday.
Furious.
Fast Friday. Ooh, FF.
Furious Friday.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Perfect.
Friday Fury.
So yeah, I'll send that letter out first thing in the morning. Hopefully we'll get another. Hopefully we'll get another movie deal again and start making the big bucks.
And I'm sorry, Lag. You can join us in this movie deal. I changed my mind. Change of heart.
No, it's okay as long as I get $10 cash.
Okay, fine. We'll do 11. I'll do forgive me the hardships.
I just need cash. As long as it's cash.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah. With that all said, you guys got any plugs for the week?
Yeah, as I say, I will plug. So follow us, on your podcast channel of choice. Follow us there, download, send a review. If you send emails if you have any questions, or you want to ask us questions, or you want advice to nodumbidea@gmail. I think that's. I guess you can also follow me, Dala.art at IG or on IG. Those will be my plugs. Yeah. What about you, Lag? What you got going on to plug? Any upcoming shows or anything?
I mean, yeah, you can follow my band at the Tower of the Fool on on Instagram. We're on we're always announcing shows up on there whenever we're going to be playing. We usually play locally here in the Bay Area, so don't expect anything too crazy. But and then other than that, you can also follow my other page, Rec DZ Booking, which is the page we use for when we book all of our own shows and whatnot. We just announced our second one on there for November 5th. We got some other stuff working in the background that we're just getting ready to announce and just marinating on.
Sick.
But if you follow those, you'll get updates.
Give that. Maybe you'll see we're gonna open for a show someday, some metal show with just some comedy fucking podcasting.
Podcast opening up for a band. I'd love that.
Yeah, be great.
So plugs for me. I don't have much to plug this week. Go ahead and follow my Gibbalding account. I've been working and posting some more customs, so just be on the lookout for that. Try to post clips from the podcast too. But yeah, follow Cowboy Boys podcast, follow Hey Riddle Riddle, The Weekly Planet, they're all very fun podcasts to listen to. Definitely big influences on these ones, that's for sure. Let us know what director you want to direct your nudes, or who, we should start flipping the premise on people at the end, start asking viewers, who do you want to see fight Jason? Who do you want to direct to direct your nudes?
Email in or put in a comment somewhere, like IG
message
or
our Instagram,
Yeah.
But other than that,
I'm curious.
Have a spooky, a very unlucky Friday the 13th.
Get cursed.
Get cursed.
Ooh.